Jay Prince, how you doing today, brother?
Today is a beautiful day, bro.
Not mad at it, man. I know you watched Shakur get prepared for his fight this Saturday night. In your review, how was his preparation for moving up to 135?
Oh man, everything's been beautiful. I was actually out there in training camp with him the whole journey, so he put the work in.
Is there anything that you see that he had to do a little bit differently this time around since he is moving up in weight, maybe a little bit more weights, or just anything differently since he is moving up?
I mean, every time I see him, I see a fighter that's evolving. You know what I mean? He's getting better and better. A lot of times you witness fighters that reach a certain level of greatness and they stay right there. I've seen some things, this training camp with him, you know, his inside game, his patience. He just keep evolving, man.
I know y'all see him as an elite fighter, and I know y'all aren't looking past Saturday, but who do you see on the horizon that you would really like to see him in the ring with as an elite level opponent?
Yeah, I don't think we're looking past Saturday. You know, that would be a big mistake to look past Saturday. We're going to deal with Saturday. And then from there, you know, it's a lot of great fights coming up. So once we know who the winners are, then, you know, we'll put them on the board and see where it lands.
Can I ask you for your official prediction for Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, man?
You know, both of those guys are great fighters. You know, I'm a fan of Devin personally. You know, I know his dad, and I'm rooting for Devin.
I guess
Burns said that after the Devin Haney-Lomachenko fight, that whoever is the winner for that fight, he want to match him up with Shakur. Has he actually reached out to you about that yet?
Yeah, we had a lot of different conversations, but, you know, ultimately that's going to be up to the fighters.
Jay, would love to get your thoughts on, let's just say that Haney wins the fight against Loma, and let's say Tank wins his fight against Ryan Garcia. Which side would you rather go? If he fights Devin and he wins all of the belts. If he fights Tank and he beats him, he doesn't win any of the belts, but his star power goes through the roof, man. Which one is, I guess, more appealing?
I mean, it don't really matter with us. You know, I think both of those guys are just about equally as special. So, you know what I mean? Our stock rises, you know, being victorious with either one. So,
do you think your stock would rise the same amount if you fought a Devin as opposed to actually beating Tank?
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a difference. I mean, we just look forward to it, man.
I gotta ask you, why exactly do you think it's not really that big of a difference? Tank is arguably top 2 biggest stars in the game right now, top 2 or 3.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that about Tank, and you can also say Devin got all those belts. You know what I mean? It's like 6.5 a dozen. So, you know, but we all have our own opinions.
Now, what is your relationship with Al Heyman and PBC? So what would be the likelihood of getting a Tank versus Shakur fight done?
Yeah, I don't really have a relationship with them, but, you know, if they want that smoke, they can get it.
In your opinion, man, who's the more difficult fight? I know you think both guys are really great fighters, terrific, but Devin, Tank, who do you think is the more difficult fight for Shakur?
I can't say that, man. You know, both of them are special guys. You know what I mean? So until we see them in that ring, I don't know.
Now, a lot of people know of you advising Shakur, but can you let the world know some of the other fighters that you have a hand in and grooming and trying to support in the sport?
Oh, man. Abdullah Mason, Troy Isley, Big Baby, Duke, Tucker. Y'all seen Tucker fight last week?
I actually just spoke to him yesterday, actually.
Yeah, so, you know, the list goes on and on. Cash flow. Yeah, I got some great future fighters, champs.
How far away? I mean, speaking about Jahai Tucker, the fight he had last weekend was ridiculous. Do you think that kind of puts him more on the map and doesn't make him, I guess, boxing's biggest kept secret, man?
Yeah, no, I think it was a great performance that he done, first of all, and You know, everybody been talking about him, so the buzz on Jihad Tucker right now is strong, and you know he can bag it up.
Are you officially taking Tank to beat Ryan, or do you think Ryan can actually pull off that upset?
It's definitely possible, but I picked Tank in that fight.
Gotcha. I don't think I've ever seen you actually answer, because it seems like finally, fingers crossed, we are gonna get Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence June 17th. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it. But if you kind of had to choose, man, who do you think has the edge? 51-49 kind of deal, man.
Yeah, I like both of those guys. You know what I mean? I like both of them, but
you gonna say political, huh?
yeah,
Politician right there.
I like both of them, but I'm gonna bet on that fight though. So I look
Which one
forward
you
to it.
bet?
So you can't say that and then not.
I'm gonna watch the weigh-in before I make that decision.
Is that the most important thing to you when it comes to fights? How a fighter looks on the scale, I guess.
Well, not the most important, but all of it means something.
Well,
So
since that Spence now has not been in the ring for almost a year, do you think that Crawford might have a better edge on this fight, man? Since
I don't
he just
know.
fought in December?
I can't say that. You know, that's gonna be a great fight.
And so you say you're gonna watch the weigh-in. So what
Yeah.
exactly will you be looking at the weigh-in? You looking at the weight, how they looking at each other, to stare down? What specifically will you be
I'm
looking
gonna be
at?
watching all of it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it all, man. I may even have my eyes involved before the weigh-in. So
Jay Prince for president, boy, the way
yeah.
Gotcha. Yo, Prince, appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all, man.